Hey everyone, so today we're going to be talking about how fashion can cause many different emotions in either you or somebody else. These different emotions come from different races, religions, sexualities, and how much you or somebody else is able to spend on clothes. So, here we go. First, let's take a look at Mark. Mark is a pretty average looking guy. Some of you might think that he's approachable, maybe he has a fun personality. But if Mark were to change clothes, then you might think that he is unapproachable and maybe does not have the best kind of work ethic. The only reason that we were able to make those assumptions about the two Marks is because we as humans do that every day about everyone, just because the way that they are dressed. Let's take a look at those same Marks again. Oh, looks like the first Mark actually has awful grades, and the second Mark actually is the A+ student. Funny how looks can deceive us. Something else that fashion can bring us is confidence. Confidence, in my opinion, is probably one of the most important parts about fashion. If you're wearing something that you really love on you, and you are afraid that people are going to make fun of you for it, being unconfident about it is going to A, make people more likely to make fun of you, and B, it's going to be easier for you to take offense to it if you're unconfident. The thing that makes me feel confident is wearing nicer, well put together clothes to school. However, I'm not saying you need to show up to school in a bow tie, but in my opinion, wearing more well put together clothes can boost your confidence. Here's some examples of how I boost my confidence at school. Probably one of the biggest causes of emotions caused by fashion is race, religion, and sexuality. In this world that we live in, nobody can really agree on most things, and everyone has their different beliefs and thoughts, which is okay. But a lot of people like to judge people based off of things that they disagree with. When it comes to race and religion, we as Americans see a lot of different types of people living in America. And because of this, we are exposed to a lot of different types of cultures. A lot of these cultures wear specific types of clothes or dress a certain type of way. For example, it is common to see a Muslim woman wearing a hijab. I believe that whatever race or religion that you are, you should be able to express your cultural backgrounds no matter who judges you about it based off of their beliefs. Another example of expressing yourself through fashion is sexuality, specifically homosexuality, which I'm sure all you by now know that I can relate to. Instead of telling you how sexuality can relate to fashion, let me just show you an example of someone that expresses their sexuality through their fashion. Let's take a look at Jeffree Star. Besides the fact that he is a multi-millionaire, Jeffree Star has also been a huge advocate for the LGBT community. Jeffree Star was born as a boy, but continues to wear clothes that are specifically marketed towards women. Even though a lot of people might not like Jeffree Star because he's gay, he is still a huge example of how sexuality can be amplified by fashion. Money is also a huge part in how people can see us from our fashion. Because a lot of clothes are very expensive, and there are a lot of very expensive designer brands, if someone is wearing said designer brands, you probably can assume that they have a lot of money that they are willing to spend. So, to conclude, in my opinion, fashion is one of the best ways to express yourself, and fashion is probably the biggest root of how people actually see us from first impressions. I believe in being yourself. I believe in having your own unique style. I believe that everybody is human, no matter who they are or what they wear. Thank you.